Hey guys, welcome to another week, another month with the live stream. We have 8 viewers. So how are you guys doing? If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up so I know that the sound is okay. Yeah, looks good. Alright, so today I'm going to go through the results of the month and I'm going to show you our 2 latest algos. They will be released just probably next week, the week after that. So in 2 weeks you will see 2 new algos. The first one runs on the French market on CAC 40 and the second one runs on the FTSE 100 market on 1 hour time frame, and the French algo runs on a 15-minute time frame. Probably we might change it so it runs on a smaller time frame to improve the trailing stop code. But let's end with that and let's start with the results of the month. As you all probably know, we have a dedicated page for the results of the month and the results of the year and a lot of other details on the results of our algos on our website. Just go to ProRealAlgos.com/results. Sorry, that's inappropriate to be chewing gum when live. So you go to ProRealAlgos.com/results. And here you can see the results since start of our business. You can see it on a number of different position sizes, as well as the results with the profit being reinvested, as well as a benchmark of the Nasdaq 100 index. As you can see, that one is going pretty bad, but our algos are making money. Let me just check if we have any questions. Not now. Alright, so our best algo currently, if you're looking to buy one algo or just try one algo out, I would recommend the Prime DAX M3 algo. It's been live since the start of our service. That's actually almost 3 years now. It's 3 years in just I think it's 2 weeks or something like that, and we haven't updated this algo not a single time. So this is the same source code, the same code exactly to this the same exact code down to the last the last if statement. We haven't changed it at all, and that's pretty unusual. Most algo providers do have to update their algo because they stop working, but for me personally, and I mean it's just a basic principle that an algo that performs over a bigger period of time will it's actually it's a good sign that the algo is robust. It have worked since it have worked since November 2019. So we have had both bull markets, and we have had 2 bear markets, and it's still making money. But if we would look at how the algos have performing per month since the algos were released, you can see that it's only on the 3rd place here. Let me increase the screen size a little bit so you can see it. So here are the top 10 algos per month, and as you can see, it's only on the 3rd place here. But that's because it's been live for almost 36 months right now, and that's why it have made this insane gain. And this is only with one contract, and it's completely scalable. So let's say that you would like to run it with 4 contracts, then you would have made over 10,000 euros just in gains. And one contract, approximately, if you're a non-professional trader, requires a security margin of around 5%. So in this case, when DAX is at this level, it's around 600 euros. So with 600 euros in security margin, you have made 2,737 euros in 3 years. So in 3 years, that's yeah, how much is it? It's 300%. It's more. It's over 400% in 3 years, and it's completely scalable. So put in 10,000 euros, and you would never have to work again. But I think I have to be honest. You should diversify your algo portfolio so you don't only put all the risk into one algo. Algos do have periods of underperforming the index, and at other periods it will overperform index. So the key here for a robust and long success in algo trading is to run many algos, and we have 19 of them. So yeah, just pick and choose whichever you want. All right, so yeah, we made a gain of, I believe it's around 230 euros this month. So we are not at an all-time high, but we're close to it, and we are happy with the results. I mean, with the current market conditions, we are happy with the results. The algos that we have developed are working best when we are in a more steady, non-volatile market. So and we are in a market condition now that's actually the complete opposite. So we're happy with the results of the last couple of months, and as you can see, this is the Nasdaq 100, and yeah, it's losing money. And this is actually this equity line here is actually running a buy and hold strategy on the Nasdaq 100 with 3 contracts, and our equity lines here is only with 1 contract. But the reason that we used 3 contracts in this equity line here is for it to even so you can easier benchmark our results comparing it to the Nasdaq 100 index, because when we only had 1 contract, you could barely see even the chart moving, since our algos are performing so well. The y-axis on this chart is, I mean, 10 times the bar range of the index. So that's why we have increased it. But you can see the details up here, and you can also remove them like this. All right, and one thing I should mention is that reinvesting profits, and this is actually a pretty small reinvestment of profits. We have made almost, it's 50% bigger gain, and the truth is that the first month of increasing the size was actually after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. So this is a very small reinvestment of profit. We don't want to risk losing capital that we have earned by increasing the position size too fast. So let me check exactly how this formula looks, but I believe it's like increase the position size around 10% for every 4 or 3,000 euros gained. So it's a very small increment of of position size, but it makes a lot of difference. Be Out of Noise is for asking me, are you following what markets are doing or just run algos and wait for the results? Well, me personally, I do a lot of discretionary trading, so I sit here 3 or 4 hours a day trading manually, day trading, also swing trading, as well as long-term investing. So me personally, I do look at the markets, but our business as such are not evaluating the market conditions frequently. We have built algos so that they will perform both in bear markets and in bull markets, as well as in a ranging market. So it's not part of our business. We don't look at the short-term shifts in market conditions, but we do of course evaluate and think a lot about and develop algos that we believe will perform well in the market conditions that we see in the future. So we do, of course, when evaluating an algo, we do evaluate it, we do put more emphasis on the results of the last couple of years, but we do of course look at the results of later historic data as well. But we do look at we do put more emphasis on the results of the last couple of years, because we believe that this is a good indicator on which where the trend is going, and not the trend in price, but it could be, let me give you an example. Let's say that we see that the volatility of the market seems to increase year by year, looking at a long-term trend. Then of course we want to build algos that do well in such conditions going further. So we build algos that will do well in the current market conditions, but we do look at if the volatility would go higher, it should perform well there as well. What are your rules to take an algo out of the markets after losing too many times in a row? Well, when developing algos, we do we note all the different details about the backtest. We look at how the algo is performing. We have looked at which period of the historic data did the algo perform at its worst. What is the biggest drawdown that this algo have had during the course of the backtest? And this value is of big significance when deciding whether or not to close down that same algo if it would start performing badly. So let's say that the max drawdown of the backtest is 30%. 5 years ago it was 30%, and if the algo would start getting closer to a 30% drawdown when it's live, that's the, let's say, threshold where we start evaluating if the algo should be stopped. Before that point, we do not even consider closing it. So we do evaluate this on a monthly basis at the start of every month, and we look at which algos have a bigger drawdown right now than what their biggest drawdown have been in the backtest when we developed the algo. And if that case is true, if it has a bigger drawdown of than the biggest drawdown of the backtest, then we have a couple of other parameters to consider if we should close down the algo. So that's the long answer for that question. All right, let's look at some new algos. Let's start with the French M15 algo. Let's see. Here it is. Let me find right, so here it is. I hope you can see it. Yeah, so it runs on the 50-minute time frame. The backtest period is from September 2014 until today, so it's almost 8 years, or it's even 8 years and 2 months. Out of those 8 years, all 8 years have been positive, as you can see down here. The max drawdown, I mean, look at this. The total gain is 5,073 euros, but the max drawdown is 194 euros. Let me just check how big that is in percent compared to the total gain. It's 3.8% drawdown compared to the total gain of the algo. And I would almost like to give you a challenge on this. If you can show me any other algo having this low drawdown compared to the total gain of the algo, then I will give this algo for free to the first one that can give me a serious algo provider having live data that has a smaller drawdown than this. So this algo have been in test for I believe it's from February 22nd, and that is almost 9 months now. So basically this is the results of the out of sample results of this algo. So it's been live for almost the whole of 2022. So it's made 629 euros, and that is with a position size of only one contract. So this algo will be released in 2 weeks. We have a profit factor of 1.88, and as all other cuts algos, this algo have a smaller stop loss but a bigger target profit. So the prime and the plus algos, as I've mentioned multiple times, do have a bigger stop loss but a smaller target profit. So what you will see is average gain that is smaller than the average loss, and that is for the prime and the plus algos. But our cuts algos are different in that way that they are all having a smaller stop loss but a bigger target profit. So as you can see in the back test here, we have an average gain of 30 euros and an average loss of 16 euros. We have a profit factor of 1.88. So and the consequence of having a smaller stop loss and a bigger target profit is that the win rate goes down. But in this case, we still have more wins than losses, with a win rate of 50.35%. Yeah. Let's look at the FTSE algo as well. And here it is. This backtest is from 2010, and that means it's 12 years of backtest. Out of these 12 years, 11 have been positive, and one of the one of the years in 2018 had a loss of 0.1 euros. So that's pretty annoying. I would love to see algo that have positive years every single year. Yeah, as I said about cats algos, this algo as well has a smaller stop loss and a bigger target profit, meaning that the win rate will be smaller than for the prime and the plus algos. We have a win rate of 59%, and we have a profit factor of 1.6. We have an average gain of 42 and an average loss of 39. And this algo, looking at the drawdown compared to the total gain, is not as good as the last algo, but this algo is still a very profitable algo. We have had it live for since February 21st. So this is the gain that it has made out of samples, 229 euros with only one contract. So this will also be released in 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. If you're an all algo package customer, you will receive it for free. As always, all algos are included when you become an all algo package customer. Yep, I think that's it about these algos. One other thing that differs from the Prime and Plus algos is that they are not trend following algos. The Prime and Plus algos are mainly trend following algos, meaning that they will most often take a position in the same direction as the trend, whereas for the cuts algos it's a number of different strategies, but this particular algo is a mean reversion algo, but the cuts algos consists of a number of different algos, which we have some algos that are range trading algos and some algos that are breakout algos, but none of them are trend following algos. Let's see if I have any other questions. I think not. And if you don't have any other questions, maybe we could keep it short today. Please go visit our website. You'll find a lot of interesting stuff there. If you go to our start page, now it was a couple of weeks back since we did this, but we do share free strategies, simple strategies that you won't believe actually work. They consist of like 8 lines of code and they are profitable. These are the kind of algos and strategies that we give out for free. So just go to our website, you sign up and you can download the code, and it's completely free. And I forgot to mention, we are starting the next phase of the learning program. We have a 4-step or a 4-part learning program in how to develop successful algos in ProRealTime and how to become a successful algo trader in general. Because becoming successful algo trader in general is not just about building successful algos and going away and not looking at it. You have to consider risk management, money management, as well as knowing when to stop an algo, and it's more than just developing good algos. So we will start our second recording phase this week. The week that starts tomorrow. If you go to ProRealAlgos.com and then you click on Learn to Code here in the top right corner, you can sign up and it's for free. We have recorded, I believe it's 4 or 5 videos just on the start of on starting with developing algos. You can see how to come up with trading ideas. We give you a number of sources of different trading ideas. We give you the tools you need to evaluate those trading ideas. We give you some shortcuts and snippets and some tips and tricks on how you should work with trading ideas and how you should think about discarding them. And that is the first part of this video or of this learning program. So please visit that. And the next part will be how to make your trading ideas into successful and profitable algos. So we will add finesse, we will add features, and we will add functionality to the trading ideas that you have come up with, and we will build a successful trading system out of those ideas. So we will start recording that in the next week, and we will release a video approximately every other week, and the full program will be complete, I would guess, spring next year. We got another question. Any insight if it will be possible to run your algos with turbo 24 ISK in the future? Well, so ISK is a Swedish, let's say, bank account. It's a way to, it's an account where you can buy stocks, buy funds and stuff like that, and get a very lucrative or nice tax on. And I know that a lot of traders using IG are looking at this. I have not heard if it would be possible soon. I don't know. I'm just thinking there. I heard something about that, but I can't really remember. Someone said that the reason that you can't run CFDs on a ESK account is because you can lose more money than you put in. It's some this is only what someone have said to me or have read somewhere, but so please don't take my word for it. But it was something about the fact that when you're trading with these kind of instruments that you have in ProRealTime, you can actually lose more money than you have. But that is actually not true. If you're a non-professional trader, you can't lose more money than you put in. That's one of the terms and conditions becoming a IG non-professional trader. They will always reset your account to €0 if you would lose more money than you put in. And how can they do that? You wonder. Well, they do take a lot of security margins in your trades. So as I said, they take 5% out of your capital when you take a trade, so they don't actually risk anything with offering a reset of the account, because the security margin they are taking, there's no risk that the losses you will make would be bigger than the security margin that they are taking from you. So, but please try to I mean, if we as a community start, pushing IG and to look at these things, I believe that we could have some success in this. Other countries such as UK have spread bets accounts which are similar, and they have no problems with this stuff. So I hope that it will actually, in some soon enough, it would be possible. BR Noise is asking, is Marco out of business? Well, yeah. Well, no, he's not out of business, but he's not doing the live stream. You will have to get used to my face. You will have to change the challenge name. Yes, we will have to change the challenge name, but also we would have to restart the challenge. We have not had it live for, what is it now, 1 year, or is it even more than that? So for you that haven't heard about this challenge is to turn an initial capital investment of €5,000. This was the start of this challenge, taking a capital investment of €5,000 and turning it to €1 million in 48 months using only algos provided by ProRealAlgos. So what this challenge was to reinvest the profits quickly. It was to take on a lot of risk, and that's actually what we saw in the equity chart. We did go At some point, I believe we was up like 200% just in a couple of months, but then we lost a little bit of that money, but we actually stopped the challenge at the peak of that equity chart. The reason for that was that we were losing viewers. I did this live cast once a week back then. It was just too time consuming when thinking that we only had like 2 or 3 viewers. So a new challenge would have to run on a monthly basis, and I believe that we will do that soon. I like to see a more active challenge starting January 2023, let's say with 8 algos in a basket and active managing the markets with algo. Okay, so what you're asking for is not running all 20 algos. You're looking for us to cherry pick the 5 or the 8 algos that we believe have the best possible chances until the next time we change those algos. Might be a good idea. We do, however, always recommend our users to run all 20 algos, and if the challenge was to only run a part of them, maybe that's sending mixed messages. But yeah, that could be a good idea. I mean, it would. Some people complained that they didn't have enough capital to run 20 algos. To run 20 algos, even with minimum position size, I mean, it requires at least 10,000 euros in an initial capital investment. And if you would like to follow this challenge, I mean, it's pretty big risk, and you risk losing the money, and maybe you don't want to risk losing that amount of money. So if we would only run 5, maybe 8 algos, the security margin needed would require just an initial capital investment of, I mean, 3,000 euros or something like that. So yeah, it's a good idea. Let me get back to you about that next month, or maybe you're right. Maybe we should start this in January, in 2 months. That would give us some time to prepare it as well. I think this is a good idea, and I think we will do it. Thank you for that, Be Art of Noise. All right, do you have any other questions? Otherwise, I'm logging out. Right, I think that's it. So thank you for joining me today. Next time will be, let's see, next time will be on December 4th, Sunday, December 4th, and we will move this the starting time of this live stream will start at 7 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. So starting next month, the live stream will start at 7 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. and that is in Swedish time. But you don't have to really think about that now, because you will, as always, get an email and you will see it on our Twitter, and so that's it. And you can always watch this later. All right, so talk to you again on December 4th. Thank you for listening, and if you haven't received our 2 new algos in the next couple of weeks, let's say if you haven't received it in 3 weeks, let us know and we will send it to you. So it's included for everyone that is an all algo package customer. All right, thanks, and see you soon.